Hey guys, welcome back to Droid Games. You know that feeling when you open the Play Store, search for a game you used to love, and it's just gone. No results, no update, no explanation, just gone. Today we're going on a trip back in time, a trip that's going to hit you right in the childhood. These are the top 25 best mobile games deleted from the Play Store forever. Some were killed by expired licenses, some abandoned by developers chasing bigger money, some taken down with zero warning, and some by decisions that still make no sense. Let's count them down, from number 25.
Back from the dead.
Kicking things off at number 25, Asphalt 6 Adrenaline by Gameloft. If you were an Android user between 2011 and 2015, this game was on your phone. There's almost no way it wasn't. Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Aston Martins, 55 tracks across locations like Las Vegas, Tokyo, and the European Alps, a career mode, local Wi-Fi multiplayer, Bluetooth races with your friends, and that adrenaline boost mechanic. Hit nitro while the meter was full and your car became an unstoppable wrecking machine. Pocket Gamer gave it 9 out of 10. Critics called it heart-hammering, console quality, the kind of racing experience that had no business running on a mobile phone in 2010. Then Vivendi acquired Gameloft in 2016, and everything changed. Over half of Gameloft's senior leadership resigned overnight. The creators of Asphalt, N.O.V.A, Modern Combat, gone. Vivendi moved operations, slashed the back catalog, and stopped updating older titles entirely. Asphalt 6 was never officially updated for modern Android architecture. It simply became incompatible with newer devices and vanished from the Play Store without a single goodbye. No shutdown announcement, no final race, no checkered flag. Just the sound of an engine fading into silence. Number 24. Tiny Thief by Rovio. Yes, that same Rovio. Before they became the Angry Birds factory, they published this beautiful point-and-click adventure where you played as a small thief sneaking past guards and outsmarting everyone around you. The art style looked like a moving storybook, the puzzles were clever and funny, and it had a warmth and personality that most mobile games today can't even touch. Rovio quietly delisted it as they shifted focus to bigger franchises and free-to-play models. No announcement, no farewell stream, no explanation, just a game that deserved better. Number 23, Real Racing 3 by EA and Fire Monkey Studios. And this one is fresh, painfully fresh. Real Racing 3 launched in 2013, and for over a decade it was the racing game on mobile. Nearly 500 officially licensed cars from Ferrari, Lamborghini, McLaren, Bugatti, Porsche, F1, NASCAR, WRC, over 60 circuits at 28 real-world locations, graphics that genuinely rivaled console racing games, asynchronous multiplayer that let you race ghost data from real players around the world. Over 500 million downloads. 500 million people played this game. On December 18, 2025, EA removed Real Racing 3 from both the App Store and Google Play with no prior warning to the community. No hints, no countdown, just an announcement that hit like a wall at 200 kilometers per hour. EA posted a farewell message they called the final lap. Their words, "The decision to retire from the race is an emotional one. The last 12 years have been a remarkable journey." As a goodbye gift, EA gave every player 1,000 gold, an Audi S1 e-tron Quattro, and the 2023 Rimac Nevera. And then on March 19, 2026, the servers went dark permanently. No offline mode, no archive. Every car you unlocked, every race you won, every hour you spent, gone. If you had any unspent in-game currency, that disappeared too. Real Racing 3 isn't just deleted, it's been erased, completely, forever. And here's what makes this hit harder than almost any other game on this list. The servers shut down just 11 days ago. This is the freshest wound in mobile gaming history. If you were still racing last month, I'm sorry. The checkered flag fell for the last time. Number 22, Gods of Rome by Gameloft. Now this was something special. Gods of Rome was a fighting game on mobile with genuinely stunning 3D graphics. You selected warriors from Greek, Roman, and Egyptian mythology, Zeus, Achilles, Anubis, and battled them in epic arena fights with combo systems and special moves.
When Gameloft was acquired by media conglomerate Vivendi in 2016, the studio went through brutal restructuring. Over half of Gameloft's top management walked out. Dozens of developers left. Gods of Rome stopped receiving updates. The Norse mythology expansion that was planned, with Vikings, Norse gods, everything, was canceled completely. The only thing left of that update is a few pieces of concept art. In 2019, Gameloft pulled it without a single word. Even the gods could not survive a corporate takeover. Number 21, FIFA 14 Mobile. For millions of football fans around the world, this was the mobile football game. FIFA 14 on Android had Ultimate Team, tournaments, club support, 3D graphics, and that addictive card-building loop that would define mobile sports gaming for the next decade. Here's what ended it. In 2022, EA and FIFA, the real-world football organization, ended their 30-year partnership in a dispute over licensing fees. EA renamed their game EA Sports FC, and with that split, every game carrying the FIFA name, from FIFA 14 all the way to FIFA 23, was delisted from every digital storefront worldwide in September 2023. Online services for FIFA 14 Mobile had already been shut down years ago in 2017, but after 2023, you can't buy it anywhere. It's gone entirely. A licensing war between $2 billion corporations, and we, the players, lost our games. Number 20, Temple Run Brave. Most people remember Temple Run, but this Disney Pixar spin-off featuring Merida from Brave was its own separate standalone game. You shot arrows as you ran, dodging obstacles through a gorgeous Scottish forest. It had its own distinct music, its own environments, and felt genuinely different from the main Temple Run. When the Pixar licensing contract expired, the game was silently pulled. No event, no announcement, no last hurrah. Merida ran into the forest and never came back. Number 19, Iron Man 3, the official game by Gameloft. This was every Marvel fan's dream in 2013. You flew through endless skies as Tony Stark, dodging missiles, blasting enemies, and unlocking iconic Iron Man suits, the Mark II, War Machine, Iron Patriot, and more. The graphics were jaw-dropping for their time. The sense of speed was incredible. It was a genuine console-quality endless runner powered by Gameloft at the peak of their game. But when the Marvel Phase 1 hype cooled down and the Gameloft Marvel licensing deal expired, the game was taken down. Vivendi's acquisition of Gameloft further sealed its fate. The suit powered down, the servers went quiet, and one of the best movie tie-in games ever made just stopped existing. Number 18, SpongeBob Moves In. Welcome to Bikini Bottom, or at least the version of it you could build yourself. SpongeBob Moves In was a city builder where you constructed your own Bikini Bottom, managed the residents, unlocked characters like Patrick, Squidward, Sandy, and Mr. Krabs, and watched new animated short stories written by the actual SpongeBob writers unfold as you progressed. At its peak, it hit #1 on the App Store charts in 44 countries. It had over 5 million downloads on the Play Store alone. In March 2021, Nickelodeon announced it would shut down on May 31st. No reason was given. Most believe the licensing deal simply expired. Ironically, the shutdown didn't happen on schedule. Players kept playing for almost a month beyond the original date. The game finally went dark on June 24th, 2021. 8 years, 44 countries, gone without a reason. Cordy by Silver Tree Media. This one is for the people who actually remember it, because not enough people do. Cordy launched on July 27, 2011, a 2.5D physics-based platformer about a little robot named Cordy who had to restore power to his world by collecting zap drops and solving puzzles across beautifully designed levels. You jumped, floated, swung on wires, pushed blocks, and bounced across environments that looked genuinely like a mobile version of Little Big Planet. Metacritic gave it an 82. Critics praised its creativity, its catchy soundtrack, its smooth controls, and the fact that the free version had absolutely zero ads. No ads in 2011, on mobile. That alone deserved a monument. 2 sequels followed, Cordy Sky in 2012 and Cordy 2 in 2013, both building on the original with more levels, better physics, and deeper gameplay. Cordy 2 even ended on a cliffhanger, hinting at a third entry. That sequel never came. In March 2013, Silver Tree Media, the studio founded by the Smith brothers, whose stated mission was to create games that return players to their childhoods, was acquired by GSN Games, a casino and slot machine company. GSN had no interest in platformers about robots. On December 8, 2017, all 4 Silvertree Media games, Cordy, Cordy Sky, Cordy 2, and Sleepy Jack were removed from both the Play Store and the App Store simultaneously. No announcement, no explanation. Silvertree social media went silent. In 2022, their YouTube channel was deleted entirely. A studio whose goal was to bring back childhood wonder, bought by a casino company and erased from the internet. Cordy never got to power up his world again. Number 16, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite by Capcom. In 2014, Monster Hunter actually came to mobile. The full game, not a spin-off, not a simplified version. Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, a beloved PSP title, was ported to iOS and Android with quests, weapon crafting, giant monster battles, and multiplayer. Yes, the touch controls were painful, but it was Monster Hunter on your phone. In 2019, Capcom removed the game completely. No Android update was ever released after the iOS 10.2 compatibility broke things. Support ended and the game vanished. Monster Hunter now exists on mobile today, but it will never be the same as having the full classic Monster Hunter experience in your pocket. Number 15, Spider-Man Unlimited by Gameloft. This one genuinely hurt. Spider-Man Unlimited launched in September 2014 and was more than just an endless runner. It had a full multiverse storyline featuring the Sinister Six, dozens of different Spider-Man variants from across the comics, and deep character progression. Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Ham, Scarlet Spider, Gwen Stacy. It had everyone. By December 2014, it had been downloaded over 30 million times. Critics praised its controls, animation, and variety. Then on December 20th, 2018, Gameloft posted this on the official Facebook page. "We are sad to announce that our journey with Spider-Man Unlimited is coming to an end." And here's the part that stings most. The game's story was never finished. It ended on a cliffhanger. Players who had been following the narrative for 4 years never got an ending. The game officially shut down on March 31st, 2019. 30 million downloads, a dedicated community, a story with no ending. Spider-Man swung out of the Play Store and never came back. Number 14, Batman: The Dark Knight Rises by Gameloft. 2012, Christopher Nolan's final Batman film is in cinemas, and Gameloft does what only Gameloft at their peak could do. They built an entire open-world Batman game to go with it. This wasn't a cheap movie tie-in cash grab. This was genuinely ambitious. You played as Batman or Catwoman across an open Gotham City drenched in perpetual rainy night. You glided between rooftops using Batman's cape mechanic, used grappling hooks to scale buildings, hurled batarangs, deployed freeze grenades, rode the Batpod through the streets, and fought Bane's mercenaries with a fluid combat system that critics directly compared to Batman Arkham City. Over 90 missions, slow-motion knockouts, Wayne Tech upgrade points, gargoyle perches for silent takedowns, a full storyline featuring Commissioner Gordon, Catwoman, Lucius Fox, and Bane. One reviewer at the time called it a pocket-sized Arkham City. IMDb users gave it a 7.7, and one review simply said, "Perhaps the greatest ever Android game. The storyline, the gameplay, the graphics, everything is top-notch." Then, the Warner Bros. And DC licensing deal with Gameloft expired. After Vivendi's acquisition of Gameloft and the restructuring that followed, legacy titles like this were simply abandoned. No 64-bit update, no compatibility patch, no farewell. Just quietly, completely gone from the Play Store, with no official way to play it on any modern device. Gotham needed saving, but nobody could save the game. Number 13, Gangstar Miami Vindication by Gameloft. Before Gangstar Vegas, before every open-world mobile game you've played since, there was this. Gangstar Miami Vindication was Gameloft's most ambitious game at the time of its release. Drive cars, shoot enemies, explore an open Miami, complete missions, do whatever you want. In 2010, when most mobile games were still simple tap-to-play experiences, this felt like a miracle. It was the closest thing to Grand Theft Auto you could get on a phone. Gameloft rotated it out as newer titles took over, and the classic Gangstar games quietly disappeared one by one. If you played this on an old Samsung Galaxy phone on a slow internet connection back in the day, you were living the absolute peak of mobile gaming. Number 12, Assassin's Creed Identity by Ubisoft. Most mobile games with console IP attached are disappointments. This was the exception. Assassin's Creed Identity was set in Renaissance Italy. You created your own assassin, climbed rooftops, performed air assassinations, sneaked through crowds, and completed missions with real stealth mechanics. It wasn't a simplified spin-off, it was a genuine Assassin's Creed experience, compressed into a phone. Ubisoft pulled it from both stores without any public announcement. A genuinely great premium mobile game deleted not because it was bad, but because a corporation decided it no longer aligned with their strategy. Number 11, Infinity Blade 2 by Epic Games/Chair Entertainment. Let's be honest, this was the game that proved mobile gaming could be beautiful. When Infinity Blade launched in 2010, Apple themselves used it on stage to show off what the iPhone could do. The sequel, Infinity Blade 2, released in 2011 and took everything further. Deeper loot systems, branching paths, more enemies, and graphics that genuinely rivaled console games of the time. It was a complete console experience, on your phone. Square Enix removed it from both the App Store and Play Store with no public explanation. Their statement, "It has become increasingly difficult for our team to support the Infinity Blade series at a level that meets our standards." Touch Arcade, one of the most respected mobile gaming publications, described the removal as an incredibly terrible signal for the overall health of the App Store. A piece of mobile gaming history, gone because Fortnite needed the team's attention more. And to soften the blow, they put the Infinity Blade sword as a weapon in Fortnite. That's our goodbye. N.O.V.A 3 by Gameloft. If you were an Android gamer between 2012 and 2016 and you hadn't played N.O.V.A 3, were you even really gaming? This was Gameloft's masterpiece FPS. You played as Cal Warden, a former N.O.V.A commander, crash landing on a destroyed Earth, fighting through 10 single-player missions against alien forces. The gunplay was tight. The story was cinematic. The multiplayer on Gameloft Live was some of the most competitive mobile FPS ever available. People called it the halo of mobile gaming, and they weren't far off. When Gameloft released N.O.V.A Legacy in 2017 as a replacement, N.O.V.A 3 was removed from the Play Store to push the new game. The App Store version lingered briefly, then also disappeared due to 64-bit architecture changes. The multiplayer servers were eventually shut down entirely. By 2023, even N.O.V.A Legacy, the replacement, was silently removed from Google Play with zero announcement. So now, neither the original masterpiece nor its replacement exist on Android. The entire N.O.V.A franchise is just gone. No official way to play it, no statement, no archive. Cal Warden fought through alien invasions, corrupt governments, and collapsing planets. He couldn't survive the Vendee's acquisition. Number 9. Iron Blade: Medieval Legends by Gameloft. A dark fantasy action RPG where you played as a Templar warrior hunting demons across medieval Europe, Paris, Scotland, Transylvania. Gorgeous environments, fluid combo combat, castle upgrades, legendary weapons, PvP raids. 32 million downloads, a 4.28 star rating from 340,000 reviews. And Gameloft's last update? September 2020. They silently unpublished it on February 28, 2024, nearly 4 years after they stopped caring about it. No announcement, no farewell, no final event. 32 million players, not even a goodbye. The prophecy was never fulfilled. Ball 1. Number 8. Darkness Rises by Nexon. 4 classes: Warrior, Wizard, Assassin, Berserker. Pick one and descend into darkness. Darkness Rises launched globally on June 21, 2018, developed by Bullion Games and published by Nexon. It was a 3D action RPG dungeon crawler with combo-based combat, epic boss fights, raid dungeons, deep character customization, and graphics that genuinely stunned people when it first launched. The Soul Link ability let you seize control of a fallen enemy and turn them against their own allies, a mechanic nobody else was doing on mobile at the time. Just 6 weeks after global launch, it had already crossed 10 million downloads. Then, Nexon happened. Nexon has a well-documented reputation in the gaming community for shutting down games the moment they stop being maximally profitable, regardless of how beloved they are. Darkness Rises was no exception. On November 30th, 2022, the servers went dark. No major content update had come in months. No warning was given to players who had invested years and real money into the game.
the Tap community erupted. One player wrote, "This game was the best of all the hack and slash games. It was unbeatable. I miss it so much." Another simply said, "I hope it comes back and saves my stuff." It hasn't come back. It won't. 10 million downloads in 6 weeks. Gone in 4 years. The darkness rose, and then Nexon turned off the light. Number 7, The Simpsons Tapped Out by EA. Homer blows up the nuclear plant. Springfield is destroyed, and it's up to you to rebuild it. One building, one character, one Krabby Patty joke at a time. Wait, wrong show, but you get it. The Simpsons Tapped Out launched in 2012 and ran for nearly 12 years. Players built their own Springfield, collected over 831 characters, completed 1,463 quest lines, and enjoyed seasonal events tied to Halloween and Christmas Simpsons episodes. The dialogue was actually written by the Simpsons writers' room. It felt like a living piece of the show. On September 26, 2024, EA announced the shutdown. They removed it from stores on October 31, 2024. Servers shut off permanently on January 25, 2025. EA said in their farewell statements, "The decision to end our 12-year journey is an emotional one." No specific reason was ever publicly given. Most believe it was an expiring licensing deal with Disney, who now owns The Simpsons. Others point to declining revenue. A fan petition gathered nearly 16,000 signatures begging EA to keep the servers on. It didn't work. Some players were at level 939, the maximum level. They had spent years, sometimes thousands of dollars, building their perfect Springfield. And on January 25, 2025, every single one of those Springfields was deleted from existence. Number 6, Horn, published by Zynga, developed by Phosphor Games. A third-person action RPG where you played as a young blacksmith exploring a world where every living creature had been cursed into a mechanical monster. Gorgeous visuals, fluid combat, a genuinely touching story. Apple showcased it personally. Applicious named it the best mobile game of 2012. Then Zynga happened. Zynga allowed incompatible devices to purchase the game and then refused to push fixes. One-star reviews flooded in, not because the game was bad, but because it was unplayable on half the devices that bought it. Nearly half of all Play Store ratings were 1 star. Phosphor Games had to fight Zynga just to reclaim their own game. They eventually got it back, pushed updates, and restored it, but the momentum was gone. Today, it's completely off the Play Store. A masterpiece, sabotaged by its own publisher, rescued too late. Number 5, Angry Birds Classic. This is the one that started it all. In 2009, Rovio released a game about birds launched from a slingshot at pigs hiding in structures. A simple idea, a ridiculous premise, an absolute legend. Angry Birds went on to be downloaded over 4 billion times. It became a movie, a theme park, a cartoon, merchandise, books. It was the mobile game for an entire era. Then, in 2019, the original was quietly removed from both stores. Fans rallied under the hashtag #BringBack2012. Rovio actually listened. In 2022, they re-released it as Rovio Classics Angry Birds, a premium paid version of the original with no microtransactions. Fans bought it, loved it, reviewed it brilliantly. And then in February 2023, Rovio removed it again. Why? Because the classic version was too popular. People were choosing to buy the clean paid original instead of downloading the free-to-play version stuffed with ads and microtransactions. So they killed it, twice, to protect profit. The game that built mobile gaming, deleted to protect profit. Number 4, Death Rally by Remedy Entertainment. Yes, that Remedy, the same studio behind Max Payne and Alan Wake. Death Rally originally launched in 1996 as a top-down combat racing game for PC. It became a cult classic. Then, in 2011, Remedy rebuilt it from the ground up as a full mobile remake, and it was sensational. Cars, guns, explosive combat racing. You started with a beat-up vagabond, raced armed opponents on deadly tracks, earned money to upgrade your weapons and vehicles, and worked your way up to defeating the adversary, the undisputed king of Death Rally, in a final one-on-one showdown. The game even had celebrity cameos: Barry Wheeler from Alan Wake, John Gore from Minigore, the Mighty Eagle from Angry Birds. played more than 120 million times by over 12 million players worldwide. Mashable called it the #1 racing game on handheld. Touch Arcade gave it a perfect 5 out of 5. IGN simply said, "Death Rally hits the target." Then, Remedy shifted all focus toward their console projects, Alan Wake 2, Control, Quantum Break. Mobile was no longer part of their world. Death Rally stopped receiving updates, became incompatible with modern Android architecture, and vanished from the Play Store without a word. 120 million plays, a perfect score from Touch Arcade. Gone because the developer moved on to bigger things and left their mobile masterpiece behind. Load your guns, start your engines, the race is over. Number 3. Blood and Glory by Glue Mobile. Some have come to witness strength, others to witness courage, but all have come for blood and glory. If you had an Android phone between 2011 and 2014, you know exactly what that arena looked like. The roaring crowd, the dust, your gladiator standing in the Colosseum with a blade in one hand and a shield in the other. Swipe to dodge, block with your shield, slash to finish. Upgrade your weapons, earn Invictus medals for flawless victories. It was brutal, satisfying, and addictive in the purest way. The sequel, Blood and Glory Legend, launched in 2012 with 450,000 ratings on the Play Store. Then Glue simply stopped. Last update, November 12, 2012. Over a decade with nothing. The game became incompatible with modern Android and slowly stopped opening entirely. In 2021, EA acquired Glue Mobile, and with that, any hope of a third entry died completely. One player wrote, "No other game like it." Another said, "I think about it quite a lot. The arena's empty. The gladiator never got his final fight." Number 2, ShadowGun by Mad Finger Games. Before PUBG Mobile, before Call of Duty Mobile, before mobile gaming was taken seriously as a console alternative, there was ShadowGun. Released in 2011, ShadowGun was a third-person shooter with console-quality graphics that genuinely shocked the mobile world. Cinematic cutscenes, cover mechanics, a full campaign, detailed environments. People called it the Gears of War of mobile, and that wasn't an exaggeration. ShadowGun proved that mobile gaming could be serious, that phones could run experiences worthy of sitting next to console titles. The original was eventually pulled from the Play Store as the sequel, ShadowGun Dead Zone, took over. The game that started the conversation about mobile gaming as a legitimate platform erased. If you played ShadowGun on your first Android device in 2011, you experienced a turning point in gaming history. And the #1 deleted mobile game of all time? Flappy Bird. You already knew. You always knew. Here's the full story for those who don't know, because this one deserves to be told properly. A young Vietnamese developer named Dong Nguyen, just 28 years old, created Flappy Bird in 2 or 3 days over a holiday weekend in 2013. The concept? Tap to keep a bird flying through gaps between pipes. That's it. For months, almost nobody played it. It sat quietly in the App Store and Play Store with minimal downloads. Then a few big YouTubers discovered it. Then PewDiePie made a video. And the internet absolutely exploded. By January 2014, Flappy Bird was simultaneously the #1 free app in the United States, United Kingdom, and China. The developer, Nguyen, told The Verge the game was earning $50,000 a day from in-game advertising. Then on February 8, 2014, Nguyen posted a single tweet to his followers. "I am sorry, Flappy Bird users. 22 hours from now, I will take Flappy Bird down." The internet went into complete meltdown. News channels covered it, Twitter trended worldwide, players screamed in comment sections. Journalists flew to Vietnam and camped outside his home. On February 10, 2014, Flappy Bird was gone. Phones with Flappy Bird already installed were immediately listed on eBay. Some sold for hundreds of dollars. One listing hit $90,000 in bids. No one later explained his reasons. He felt guilty. Parents were messaging him, angry that their children were addicted. The attention was suffocating. He felt responsible for something he never intended to create. He said, "Flappy Bird was designed to play for a few minutes when you are relaxed, but it became an addictive product. I didn't want to do that to people.
so he walked away from $50,000 a day. No copyright issue, no developer bankruptcy, no licensing deal, no corporate decision. One man, one tweet, one decision made out of conscience. And just like that, the most downloaded game in the world was gone. Flappy Bird sits at number 1 not just because of how much we miss it, but because of what it represents. It was made in days by one person. It had no story, no multiplayer, no lore, no graphics to speak of, and yet the entire world fell in love with it. No amount of corporate money, licensing deals, or server infrastructure could recreate what that little bird meant to millions of people in early 2014. It was simple, it was honest, it was impossible to put down. And maybe, just maybe, that's exactly why it couldn't survive. And that's our countdown, the top 25 deleted mobile games that are gone forever. Some were taken by licensing deals, some by corporate restructuring, some because Fortnite needed more staff, some by a single tweet from a man with a conscience. But every single one of these games represented a moment. Maybe after school with your phone hidden under the desk, maybe on a long car ride in the back seat, maybe in bed at midnight trying to beat your high score. And no Play Store update can ever take those moments away from us. If this video hit you right in the nostalgia, smash that like button and drop a comment below. Which deleted game do you miss the most? Subscribe to Droid Games for more Android gaming content every week. I'll see you in the next one.